All right. Let's party like it's 1776. Briquette. Legendaries tonight. I got a couple of 100% bonus XP scrolls for an hour. We're heading east. Oh, that's right. I forgot to even put any notification that we're heading east of the line of death. There we go. All kinds of things going on. All right. Let us now head. Okay, not just yet. In a sec. Hold on to that. We will take our potion, and now we have 100% XP bonus. Look at that. Look at that. We're awesome-ish. All right, we were going to turn in some of these things. Halberds. Gilded sword sheaths. Yep. Broken great swords. Yep. Good evening. If you're an American, happy Independence Day. And hell, if you're not an American, happy 4th of July. Great scales. They don't take great scales. Do they take huge scales? They don't even take huge scales. We're going to have to do it in 2 trips.
We are beset on all sides.
I don't even get rep.
You risk your life to come here.
No, if I'm not getting rep, I'm going to hold on to the others until maybe I can get rep Shather. Because now I can cross the line of death without death. We ride, my friends, for the line of death. Which I suppose now will just be the line of it makes you feel kind of ooky, but you can get by it without dying. So we'll be running around in Angmar for as long as it takes me to get to 45. Then we will immediately head towards Eregion and to the gates of Moria. Despite the fact we can't get in until 50. But you can get the quest for your legendary at 45. Generally, those quests are a little on the tough side historically, but this class seems pretty overpowered at low levels, and so I should be able to fly right through it relatively. Lovely and scenic Angmar. And trust me, things just get more and more beautiful as you go to the eastern half. That was a lie. Get things like Imlad Balhorth right there. Which is as close as you're going to come to an undead metropolis. even going to stop at the little camp that's down here. Just going to drive right on by. Because the line of death awaits. I'm going to keep calling it the line of death, even though it's no longer deadly. If you were around last night when I checked to see if the line of death was still in the game, and very rapidly discovered that it was. It's a part of the game that has a lot of memories for a lot of people who, when they first got to Angmar, they're working their way through the quests, and they get to the proverbial line of death, and they proverbially die. I wonder how often that happens for new players now. Because I don't remember any other time in the game I was playing where there was basically an insta-death location. Not a one-shot, no attack, no nothing. Just riding and all of a sudden, poof, straight to dead. And there's the line of death itself, my friends. These statues are the demarcation for the line of death. Ramas Deluon, I think. Yes, the Ramas Deluon. And we have crossed the line of death. Without dying. It's like, it's the line of it feels creepy. Alright, so the Norbogs, the bugs, they threaten to attack before they attack. So that makes them easy to avoid. You can just basically ride right on by. I doubt that's the case for the fireworks. They are probably auto-aggro. Hey there. Are there insta-death creatures down there? I mean, I know there's the Faceless in Moria, and they're creepy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Occasionally, I have seen issues with the Discord where someone will join and unceremoniously get booted. If that happens to you, I guarantee you it's not me. I've checked and checked and checked, and there's no reason for it, and yet it still occasionally happens.
Well met.
I believe the most recent one person who signed up did not get booted, so it's a crapshoot. I had a regular who got booted like 5 or 6 times before he finally stuck, and I'm not sure he even stuck. Mostly, it's going to be my announcing that what time I'll be streaming. Occasionally, some other game-related stuff will pop up. It's certainly welcome there. So if you ever want to discuss a game topic, feel free to bring it up. That's an idea that I hadn't considered.
Oh, grey
Thank you.
is the shadow upon my heart. Might you spare a moment of your time?
Find the Rangers of Gath Forthmere. Or as I've always called it, Gath Foreskin. Yep, there's Gath Forthmere. I can't help it. I'm a child.
Could I speak with you a moment?
Talk to Nethra.
Will you help me?
Collect orc axes in Ongbishuk. That's a name I have not said in a very long time. Ongbishuk. There's supposed to be a ring here. I'm not seeing a ring here. Banfur? No. No. Is there somebody hiding? No. No. Does his ring not go away?
It's a sorry day.
Maybe his ring doesn't go away. It's a sorry day.
Will you stay and speak?
Collect corrupted Norboglir legs and brimstone leech tongues. Yeah, that's the breakfast of champions. Norboglir legs and leech tongues.
Hear me out, traveler.
Defeat Grethreg and trolls. That is a full fellowship quest. I'll accept it so that I don't see the ring here constantly, and immediately remove it from my quest log. Hi, Bothwar.
Might you lend me a
Gem
ear?
Hunter, let's see. That's another fellowship quest. You might get the impression that this place is bad news. And you would not be wrong. The east side of Angmar can be tough sledding. But I think we got all the quests out of here. We could go down, and we're actually going to take care of that red quest first. Norboglir legs and brimstone leech tongues. God, that just sounds just delicious. 5 levels higher than me. I'm not afraid. I have a tongue. I'm also a child. That's will not come as a surprise to any of you. He deflected my attack. Well, they're much higher level than me. That's going to happen. Another bloated brimstone leech. And it makes me wish I could throw mugs at him twice. You coming? Wow, maybe I take a half a step back and I will get to throw a second. He evaded. Didn't evade that, though. Is there a questy dude over there? Is that like where I have to deposit the swords? At a certain point you collect swords that you have to give to somebody, and I don't remember any of the details. Hey, this one's only orange difficulty. Oh, that's right. They can dig down. Heal up. Frickin' jerks. This is probably going to be the third fraud call in the last 15 minutes. They're telling me about a Amazon sale that I haven't actually purchased anything, so I'm going to mute. Insta hang up this time. As soon as they heard my message. That's all the leech tongues. And I only need one of your legs. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to insist on all of them? Then I'm just going to have to annihilate you. I hate them so much. There we go. Norbogs. I will just run back real quick to cash that in. I am using and cheating 100% XP from basically everything. For an hour, and I've got a couple more I'm ready to use. I want my legendary weapon. I did not get a Norbog leg from that one. Son of a... How do I kill an 8-legged bug, or 6-legged bug, probably 6, and not get a leg? That looks like another ring, doesn't it? No, it's just the circle. Okay. Well, we've got another corrupted Norbog. I'm going in. I didn't know they could do that. Did Did you know they could do that? He deflected. Why is he always deflecting? That's the last of the Norbog legs. There we go. I hope those of you who are Americans are enjoying a nice Independence Day, and I hope the rest of you are enjoying a very nice 4th of July. See what I did there. It is my understanding that it has been known to happen for Americans to ask non-Americans, "Do you guys celebrate the 4th of July?" Yeah, we call it the 4th of July.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Orc warriors, defilers, and skirmishers. Or orc weilers. Could be orc weilers, I don't know. He must be over my head? No. Here. There we are.
What do you want? Might you lend me an ear?
Delicious. Oh, drake eggs. I'm sure they won't mind. And another quest. Quests fall from the sky.
And hear my
What's Lathrop,
accursed
by the way?
tale?
Which one's Lathrop? The Secret of the Sword. The Secret of the Swords. I was right about the swords thing. Alright, he's further along than I got. Okay. The drake eggs, they have nests far to the east of Gapshather. Okay. Drop that one for just a minute. We'll see them if we get to them.
Hear me out,
Drakes
traveler.
in Dolroth. 8 of them? Seems like an unnecessarily large number. Breathing space. That's orcs. Orcs. Well, I guess I'm going to have to kill some of this thing. Why is it pointing that way? There is no that way. I mean, unless there's some orcs up there, but so. Just like the back door to Gapshather. Maybe there are orcs back there. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, I think this is the back door to Gapshather. It is. It's not my fault, guys, I promise. Crawling fireworms. I'd rather not deal with the fireworm. They have, fire. The drakes are... Dolroth. The drakes are in Dolroth. That is Scaled Menace. Yeah, that's part of the east, okay. So those drakes wouldn't even count. But here, we have Orc Sign. They have the ill fortune to only be 3 levels higher than me. This is Ong Bishuk, which is Orcish, of course, for Ong Bishuk. I speak the language like a native. Black Ash. That should be my first, tier 5 materials. Orc murder, best murder. Pain medallion? That's book 3, chapter 1. That's going back a long way. Get that taken care of. So I can consume those. I don't think there used to be a requirement to consume rep items. I could be mistaken about that, of course. Something up there. It looks like I missed another way up there. I should probably go up. Yeah, I did. That's all the skirmishers I need. Pegged him in the head. Lol. When I said lol out loud, now I feel shame. First ancient iron as well. War Master's Leash is another rep item. You have to have different rep for. Pre-quest taken care of for a sturdy chest. I have one of those. It holds my internal organs. Although I may have burned out my internal organs. I like spicy food, but tonight I had a little bit much. There's a type of ramen, a little packaged ramen thing called Buldak, B-U-L-D-A-K. I think it's Korean. I know it's murder. But I already knew it was murder. So I made 2 packs of the noodles and used 1 pack of the sauce, and it still ripped my face clean off. I mean, the taste is great. But holy crapoly. The burn is real. Logmail Captain. Captain, my captain. Here, eat a mug. Orc axes. I need what? 2 more orc saws and another defiler and 2 more warriors. There's a defiler. So we're going to go say hi to him. And there's a warrior. Peg him in the head with a mug. Need 1 more warrior. And guess what? A warrior. How convenient. Oh! Hello, I clicked the button. That's all the tools. I need 1 more orc defiler. I thought I got all the orc defilers I did not get the defilers. That's 3 of them in one place. I don't think I want to mess with 3 orcish defilers at once, as that's more. And that would get me a defiler and 2 friends. Alright, the defiler is pathing in a convenient way. I will sprint to him now. I'll say hi. He deflected my attack. We've got a couple more quests to turn in. He poisoned me. Kind of a dick move, but hey, orcish defiler. Not exactly upstanding citizens. Actually, they're not upstanding at all. They sort of walk around bent over. Posture humor. That's 4 in the last 20 minutes, I would say. Nope. It's got to be about 30, 35. Muting. Another fraud asking me about claiming that they have a warning, an unauthorized charge on my Amazon account.
Will you stay and speak with me a moment? Well met.
I'll come back to that one in a sec. I have another one to cash in. Where's Avar? Avar.
What do you need? Will you help me?
Weapons of the Orcs. Full Fellowship. Ooh, rather not. This one's probably going to get me killed.
Is a moment of your time
Another
too
Full
much
Fellowship.
to
You're
ask?
noticing a pattern here? A whole lot of Full Fellowship quests. And me. I'm badass. I wouldn't consider myself a Full Fellowship all by myself. And I clicked on the captain here a minute ago, and there
What
it is.
do you want?
I expect this one's probably going to get me killed. Guards make ready. We may be attacked at any moment. Protect Gabbleshather. 2 arms. We're under attack. Yeah, I figured. Thanks, bro. Helpful. Not helpful. If these are, in fact, red quality mobs that are going to be attacking me, that's going to be a little dicey. As multiples of them wailing on me at the same time would qualify as bad. Yep, it's going to be bad. First. Well, I gotta say the other guards are holding up their end better than I was. Here they come. Second verse, same as the first. Defiler again. New deed, Orc Slayer advanced. Somebody put a poison on me. Jerk. Alright, another Defiler. Ooh, a Krisharn. Suddenly, everyone froze. We saved it. I didn't die. Didn't even come close to dying. I'm a hero. Goddamn hero. Maybe not. Deed completed. Orc Slayer. Title awarded. Bane of the Orcs. 5 LotRO points. Talk to Glower. Glower? Are you about? Are you about, Glower? He's got to be about somewhere. Stairs? We're getting some lag here, as you can tell. Some significant lag right there. There's Glower on the bridge. Now, where the hell's Glower? Could have sworn I was there just a second ago and I didn't see him.
What do you need?
Let's see. Medium armor. Vit and power. Not better than losing the theme set. Vit, morale, resistance, block. Must have completed the quest of the Orc Raid. In the short term, I'm not sure I'm going to wear that, but if it's part of a set, perchance. Mayhaps. Possibly. Let me fill some crap.
Did Did you need something?
What's hilarious is I have trouble keeping my space. Oh, he doesn't buy stuff. Alright, he does.
Did you need something?
I have trouble keeping my space, enough space in my inventory. On this, my main account. Imagine the problems I'm having in my free-to-play
How may I
through
be of assistance?
with a grand total of 45 inventory slots. Answer: it hurts. What? Ah, bubbling droplets, corroded neeker breaker, something unpleasant. I want to hold on to that. But the rest of these we just sell. All right. There's another quest, and it is upstairs. Doors. Ramps. Multiple levels. The Northern Cousin. Talk to Ilef.
Won't you give me even a moment?
You've been a great help to us here, Briquette, but my cousin Ilef is facing a whole different set of problems up to the north and might have need of your help as well. He's helping to oversee an outpost we've built there. It's called Mirkworth, and it rests within the Imlad Balhorth. Oh, good. Undead Central. If you wish to continue to help us, travel to Mirkworth and find my cousin Ilef. Mirkworth lies north of here atop a high hill in that treacherous land. Make it to Mirkworth. Give Ilef my regards. I worked with a guy named Ilef. It wasn't spelled like that, but his name was Ilef. Last name. He has a higher level quest. It's not yet available for me. We'll put those two legendary items aside. Either of those for brawlers? Yes. The bubbling droplets are for brawlers. What is there? That is... Would rather mine. Mine gem-bearing rocks. Alright. Perhaps mine some gem-bearing rocks or talk to Ilef. Frankly, the number of red quests is a little bit daunting. I can always go to the Misties and run some quests there. That might be a faster way of getting to 45. Give this a go. Also, we have one use of double XP. The leech threatened to attack. He's an unfriendly named human. Presumably a quest mob of some flavor. Appeared to be one of the Duvardine, and a lot of those guys have red hair, so that would probably make him strawberry flavored. I don't remember what is involved in the mining at all. I probably haven't been in this area in 10 years? Maybe 12? Blogmaw warriors, more orcs. We got wargs. Gem-bearing rock. That's the kind of thing we're looking for. Oh, he's large. He's significantly bigger than I am. 4 levels higher. He would be a tough beat, but I might be able to finish him, but I don't see any specific reason to do so when I think I need to get there. A whole lot of blade beak scythes. Now that's not a problem if they're the type of mobs that warn before attacking. One of them is warning. Where am I supposed to take? Oh. Bring those to Bothawar. Where is he? All the way down there. Alright, we're going. We're going. Lots of Orcsises. We'll skip the Orcsises. On the basis, they're just not particularly friendly to visitors. I don't know if it's a cultural thing, or maybe they just have bad luck with visitors in the past. I'm going to try to not judge them. Except, of course, for the fact that they're orcs and therefore you know how that goes. Black ash. Only gotten that one ancient metal. Iron, whatever it was. Wargs. More wargs. Son of more wargs. A whole basket of wargs. Wargs the musical event. Wargs 2 electric. Ow! Who am I looking for? This is the eggs. I was looking for him. Oh, it makes me angry when it does that, when it context switches incorrectly on quests. Let's see what the things I'm supposed to kill down here actually look like. Lots of diggers. Drake eggs. Is that the drake eggs? Is that the yellow one? Scaled menace. This is the drakes. I'm not seeing drakes anywhere yet. Blade beaks. Drakes. Oh, we've got a corpse and a chest. I can't click the chest. The corpse only gives money. So for somebody, this was a literal dead end. Blade beaks are really crabby. Even I don't make that noise, and I thought I was crabby. Oh, yeah, I was afraid of that. They're big. They're bigger than I'm comfortable with at this level. My memory was that those were big. My memory was right. My memory is not often right, but in this particular case, spot on the nosy. Yeah, I get it. You guys don't like visitors. sell that. I made like 100 gold over the last 2.5 days just selling the random lower tier mats that I'd picked up. Generally speaking, there's a whole lot more gold in the game than there used to be. But then inflation happens with MMORPGs. That's inevitable. It's like, you know, Thanos. It's inevitable. And that one warg got angry at me. He's chasing me. I am reconsidering my choice to actually try and level up here. I can cash in the quest that I have and try Inlet Mountain. Let's see how that goes. I'm riding through a They sound like they're part of the crowd for a late night show. Oot, oot, oot. Passing through peacefully. Meaning no harm to yours. Cash this in and actually see where we can go to from Gabbleshafter. Got a quest or two in the Misties, and frankly, I would get through those a lot faster than getting through these, and probably with a lot less riding around. Hi guys, I'm back. Did you miss me? Next time, try a laser sight.
Greetings. Come.
That
stay
is
among-
level 44. Collect the gemstone board. I want to see where I can go to from where I am. What did he have again?
Will you stay and speak with me a moment?
Talk to the gatekeeper. I thought I'd taken that. I moved it. Where is he? There he is. All right. Korth, where can we go?
What do you need?
Swift travel to O'Hare. Pardon me. We'll do the swift travel to O'Hare. And then we'll do slow travel to Estelden. Well, why we can get fast travel from here to O'Hare, but not from O'Hare to Estelden. And from Estelden to directly to Rivendell, maybe to Bree, I'm not sure. They've changed the stable routes a few years back, and the ones I used to know may or may not
You
be
are
there.
a stranger to these lands.
All right, I'm going to travel to Estelden. I'm going to take a quick break and refill my cup. I'll be back almost certainly before I reach. out of the Ram Duath yet. And I'm back already. Ta-da! It's just going to be faster this way, I think, to push my way through to level 45, at which point we head off to almost Moria and get our legendary. Lovely country. They've got really good fly fishing and hunting for those who enjoy trying to hunt down orcs, goblins. Here, down here, Dol Dinan at least used to be filled with a lot of signature and elite mobs. That's an area I've not been for a very, very long time. Because I mostly leveled up solo in the past, so you would skip any area that had elites. Sigs. They took too long to kill and were more likely to kill you. Welcome to Estelden. How are we doing on quests? We're almost full on quests, of course. Evan Dim. Cancel. 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 And we want the Misties back because that's where we're going.
How can I be of service?
How can you be of service? Take me to Rivendell. Elk service to Rivendell instead of horse. Nice rock. And I don't suppose I can ride up to Glowing's camp. The cheaty way.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I can. Well, I will. Fast travel to Glowing's camp. Fast travel, thank you. And here we are, the Misty Mountains. Alright, gold and red. I don't suppose we've got any other quests from any of you short people. No. Snow beasts and jagged relic fragments from snow lurkers near the source of the brewing. We got a bunch of those from snow lurkers previously. Oh, that's right. Just come wailing over here and attacking me. Thank you for the fragment. Jerk. I thumped him good, didn't I? Well, I need to get snow beasts too. If all else fails. I also need pages for my legendary books. I can always just go to the The Bitter Stare, I believe it is called. And farm mobs there. Bears of the North. Collect northern bear hides. I need to kill a lot of snow beasts. Oh, that should be the last of the snow lurkers I need, I think. No, I need one more. And snow beasts. Plenty of snow beasts. That's a lynx. Here's a reference you're definitely not going to get. Lancelot Lynx, Secret Chimp. Secret Chimp. When I was a young man, back in the mid-17th century, there was a Saturday morning, I don't want to call it a cartoon, say a show, that was meant as a parody of the James Bond movies. And it was called Lancelot Link, Secret Chimp. And no, despite it being the 60s at the time, I was not taking drugs. It was sort of like, if you ever saw Get Smart. It's like Get Smart with the actors. Basically them dubbing language over some chimpanzees with mouthfuls of peanut butter. Be the best description I can come up with. Didn't say it was going to be a good description. And his sidekick was a female chimpanzee secret agent named Mata Hari. In fact, they may have done the whole damn thing just to use the Mata Hari joke. The 60s were a strange time. I say that as a kid. Bear Slayer. Well, there's lots of bears. Still need more of the big rock throwers. The hill beasts. Right now I'm heading to another stable point. Because anytime you're in the general vicinity, you always want to get a stable point. That will be another call from the scammers, I'm sure. Telling me about how somebody is ordering stuff. Yep, that's I will now, or as of right now, I will have 4 messages on my machine, all with the same bullshit scam. My hatred for the people involved in this sort of scamming is pretty much limitless. There's no bad thing that could happen to them that I would not celebrate. Sure. You think you scare me just with a big roar? Doesn't seem like it. Punk. As if I'm gonna be afraid of some bear. Don't they know who I am? Only used to love it? There's still a lot to love. Sure, it's dated. The character models aren't great. but the general visual fidelity has improved. Minas Tirith is an absolute masterpiece. They just, not too long ago, they had another expansion, so it's not like the game is dead. Obviously, it's not dead. I'm playing it. After a great many years, they kind of mostly fixed their monetization, which is actually a big deal. I have been doing a free-to-play playthrough in my early sessions.
Will you stay?
And the only real pain point I've found so far is inventory, which isn't really surprising.
Well met, friend.
Well met indeed. I need to head back, actually. Are you not the stable master, sir?
What do you need?
Yeah, I'll take the quick travel back. Yeah, they finally fixed the biggest improvement they made, apart from all the expansions and everything. The single biggest improvement they made is they finally cleared up the monetization, which has been a disaster since they went free to play. Anybody playing immediately gets access to all the way up to level 95, and Helm's Deep. Everybody, instantly. Wait, I have 2 things to turn in. I should probably turn those in. You know, and I figure if you play through 95 levels all the way through Helm's Deep and you're having fun, maybe it's worth dropping a few bucks, you know? Hi, Glowin.
No dawdling.
I'm not dawdling. How'd you think I was dawdling, dude? Deluros. Where is Deluros? Oh, all the way back down there. That's right. They needed that for the fragments. Crap. Alright. Alright. The Hillmen. We're going to do more Hillmen. Beasts. Hill beasts. They're not hillmen. Sorry, my bad. Basically, all of the stuff that you enjoyed when you were playing LotRO in the past is still there. A lot of it's been improved. The monetization is vastly better. The population is lively. As with their, when they had their 15-year anniversary, which is when they rolled out the changes to monetization and stuff. That also brought a raft of new players in and a bunch of old players back, so the game is pretty lively right now. And the later expansions have included Mordor and Minas Morgul. Mind you, that stuff is taking place after the fall of the Barad-dûr. So, around a level 105 or so, you get to witness the fall of Barad-dûr, and the game keeps going after that. It doesn't stop. You know, they've got the license, and they're continuing to do more stuff with the license. And to my mind, it's all respectful of the lore, so I have no issue with it that way. The latest expansion is Gundabad. Which is up to level 140. And it's about the dwarves reclaiming their ancient capital of Gundabad in the far north. so good. Not sure I really want to do that one just yet. And if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, it's tough to go wrong. Same way I feel about Star Trek Online and Star Wars The Old Republic. If you're a fan of the IP, they're well worth trying.
Stay a
Defeat
moment.
Bear. I already beat 12 for somebody else, you daffy. I'm going to AFK a sec. I'll be right back. Please bear with me. Old man. Old bladder. Stay young, guys. Stay young. And I'm back. More bears. More bears. Also the quest to Deluros. Now let's get the Deluros one done. Wrong stable master. Right stable master.
What do you want?
Back to Rivendell. I need to talk. Very nice. One of my kinmates back on our old server of Nimrodel made me so envious. He started up a kin on his own with an alt named Isengard Bids 5, and I was so envious. I couldn't believe that I hadn't thought of that as a kin name. When we got moved to a different server, Deleuros. There. When I got moved to, when we had to actually choose to move to a new server because Nimrodel was one of the servers that was getting removed during the great server merge. We came to this server, and there already was a kin named Isengard Bids 5. I've never been so envious for coming up with a name, or a guild, or a kin in my life. That's right, Deluros is inside the Last Homely House, if any of you guys have never seen it. And you're new to Lord of the Rings Online. This is where Elrond hangs his hat. In fact, we're going to go upstairs and talk to the Big E, or at least wave at him. I'll emote at him for you. Upstairs, on your right, first door on the left. Here's Deluros, who here for the quest.
How can I be of service? Stay a moment.
Place the assembled vase on a display table. Where? Near Gloring Glare. Alright, that's outside. There, I waved at Elrond for you. The Nazgul will never cross the Brunnen while it remains at my command. Yeah. Your daughter's gonna ditch you for a human yet. It's already in use. Why isn't it already opening? It's already in use. Thank you. Little bit of lag. The servers have been intermittently laggy in certain places. But in this particular case, as a longtime player, it's kind of hard to complain about it too much. Because it means that the game's doing well in this particular case. So, I don't like the lag, but, you know, it is a sign of the game's health. But please, SSG, fix it. Get some new server hardware. Be a mensch. We're basically giving a quiz to an elf who's overly ambitious to find new and amazing discoveries so that everyone will think they're awesome. Is it here? Here? Yep, put it on the table. Thank you for your assistance, Burkett. It will only be a little while until I am a master scholar. I'm just glad you're not trying to become a fisher. That's an interesting vase. Is it from Lord Elrond's collection? And we're back to Dolores again. Let me go talk to Dolores again, and I'll let you know. And then we're back up to kill some more bears. I got 9 out of the 12 legendary pages out of Angmar that I need, but none of them for... in no case did I get all of them for a single book. So I have 3 out of the 4 Angmar pages in all 3 books. I have no pages out of the Misties yet, for those of you who have ever had to collect your legendary pages in LotRO. That is a lot of dead dudes. They only drop from humanoids in Angmar and Misty Mountains, and each has 4 pages.
What can I do for you?
In each location for all 3 books. Scholar's Hat. Vit is nice. It even has more armor than my heavy armor piece I'm wearing, which is a little bit embarrassing. The critical rating is nice in the Vit. It's a lot of might to give up. How about that? 55 fate? No, thank you. I'll take the hat. I don't think I'm going to wear it, but I'll take the hat. I'll hold on to it just in case I choose to wear it, because it will look really ludicrous on me, which is kind of an advantage. All right, back up to the Misties. And I should probably pick Rivendell and nab my mile marker to it, my milestone. Before I forget. And by saying before I forget, I have almost ensured I'll forget. Alright, down there. Just down the hill. You can't forget. You have to ride by it on your way out. Couldn't conceivably miss it. Don't miss it. What were we talking about? Again, for anyone who is not a LotRO player, this is not the place. I missed it. There it is. The milestone is the equivalent of Hearthstone. Here we are, and can correct for this. Did I make a wrong turn? Not really. Back up we go. Up to the Misties. This time we'll take the scenic route out of lovely Imladris, the Vale of Imladris. The captain trainer, you may have noted as we rode by him, is a human. Originally, when the game released, only humans could be captains. They had some pretty strict class restrictions for race. They're getting rid of a lot of those, and while I understand why they're doing it, you know, they had actual lore reasons for it that were logical. There were no elf burglars. Oh, that's changing. So I understand why they're doing it. Some people want to be able to play the wacky combos. But originally, only humans could be captains. Then when they added the high elf race, they allowed them to be captains, which also made sense because we knew of one great battle captain that they had in Gilgalad, who led, along with Isildur and Aryan and their father Elendil, led the last alliance of elves and men to the eventual defeat of Sauron and cutting off his finger, taking his ring. But did he wear it on his ring finger? Because he wasn't married. In this game, I believe they have it on his index finger. One of the things they added a while back was they added a segment where it's kind of like session play. Session play in this game, again, if you're not familiar with it, you play as somebody other than your character. So there are session plays where you play as Gollum. There's a session play where you play as Boromir. That's hilarious because the names of the characters are Aragorn, the ring bearer's servant, that hobbit, the other hobbit, the elf, and the dwarf. So that's session play, and this is sort of like session play where you're playing whatever your class is, some iteration of it. Back in the Second Age, at the Siege of Barad-dûr, the 7-year siege that eventually led to the defeat of Sauron, if not the destruction of Sauron, and the cutting off the ring from his hand, and Isildur taking it as his own. But you get to play through a large section of that, and it's really nicely done. I really liked that. I thought that was extremely well done, and I wasn't aware that it was there until I started playing it. I went, whoa, very nice. And I will stick with that. It's a really nice addition, I think. All right, bears. More bears. Lots more bears. I need... Did I not lock my hotbars? Ooh, that's bad. It's possible I'm slightly overpowered for this, but, you know, not over-leveled for it, really. I mean, a little. He's a 40. I'm gonna peg him in the head. Ugh. With a mug. It's just bear murdering time. Don't want to do it. I have to do it. We've got some glowy snow over there. Fist of Fury. There was Snowdrift. I don't have the quest for shiny Snowdrifts yet. Much to my disappointment. I believe there was another bear around the corner over here. There was. Well, that's the 12 bears I needed to kill, so back to Glowin's camp. As you can see, at least at low levels, again, obviously I haven't played at high levels. At low levels, this class is a complete and utter beat stick. And it'll be interesting to see what it's like when I get a legendary, presumably a legendary weapon. Because this is the weapon I'm using. And I think I got it at level 20. So they don't scale the weapon really into your damage, which seems a little weird because I'm used to every other class, their weapon damage is scaled. So that may be why I'm overwhelming everything, is because it scales in a weird way. Medium armor. No. A helm. A lot more armor. A little less might. Slightly more vit, no finesse, no crit. That's really disappointing. And a cloak. Morale and power. No. Which one sells for the most? That's a LotRO question for sure. Which item sells the most? Glowin, my friend. What do you got? Talk to Vigar Roadwalker.
At a most fortuitous time.
Is he like a daywalker? He's up here, I think. No, oh, he's back over there. Okay, wrong stable master. Right stable master.
Well met.
Hi, Craig. Fast travel. Press the button. And away we go. Hey, you guys. I'm back. Hi, Craig.
What do you want?
That's it? He doesn't have any other quests for me? I guess. Oh, is that the only one we've got? Misties? Yeah, it seems like that's the only one we've got. Misties.
I
Right.
am at your service.
And my family's? Oh, just at my service, not my family's. A little rude. I'm keeping the scholar's hat for now. That's the only thing we've got. I don't remember being this hard pressed for finding quests. Oh, all the way up there. Oh, okay. Ah, outside root area. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Greetings.
Stable master, good.
Greetings.
Back to glowing. And then we're heading up there, and that's where the bitter stare is. But I kill things so damned fast. My cup's empty. Needs to be refilled. I kill things so fast. Not because I'm great. Me. Then I think I'll burn through this faster. And just that quick. Back in a flash. Well, a flash. As close to a flash as an old fart like me is going to manage, so yeah, back in a flash. That's right, I never went to Forakill. I think that's 45 and up. It's another place I can go to if I choose to. But not tonight. I'm going to push through, I think, here in the Misties, if at all possible. Although it would probably be faster in Forakill. I'm not talking myself into it, I promise. This area up here is called the Bitter Stair. And it is filled with hillmen. And historically, it was where I always ground out my legendary pages, because they can only drop from humanoids, humans, goblins, orcs, that kind of thing. In those two old treasures. Search the ruins to the northwest. Okay, well, another quest has popped up. I'm not averse to this. Northwest. It's the ruins to the northwest. Look like they could contain treasure. Okay, I'm in. Fat loot for everyone. Or, fat loot for everyone. There we go. Lots of hill beasts. I'm gonna have to kill a bunch of them. He died. These are beasts who died. There's a damaged dwarf chest and a couple of look like dead gobbies. Post Vighar's sign. I like the sort of crackling ice sound you get. That's right. We need to be outside of this little spur of the mountain. I still don't think I can try to do anything in these snowdrifts. I can't. They're there to taunt me, to torment me. Oh, I was pretty sure I was going to get out of that, but I did not. Memory's telling me there's a quest for hunting oryx for meat or furs. Maybe it's coming. Maybe I'm misremembering. Sleek furs and sleek skins. And they're up there, way up at the top of the pass. The Bitter Stair, and it leads to Helagrod, which was an early raid in the game. 20 man? 40 man? I can't even remember. 40, I think. We did it a couple of times and never to completion. I did my raiding time, the vast majority of it anyway, in WoW, in vanilla WoW. Riding. Those are the kinds of guys you'll note. Those are the all of the book pages that can drop off of these guys. Actually, not all of them. 3 of those items, one of each of the 3 categories. Can't hunt them. Those only drop back. But I have to come up here and post a sign, and since I'm up here, I'm also going to murder a bunch of the actual hillmen dudes. There's the sign. There. Amazing how you can remember even after all these years. Place the sign. Let's see if we can't get a couple of page drops off of these dudes. Sturdy chest. Free money? Free money. Used to be, I could basically kill them. Well, anyone would be able to kill them at essentially about the speed they would respawn. So you could spend a few hours going back and forth, and you would spend a few hours at it. Looking for pages. That's right, I had forgotten that they did in Moria. I didn't know that they did elsewhere. I had forgotten that they do in Moria. This is historically where I always did my grinding for the pages. For the Angmar pages. I mean the Misty's pages. Normally just questing out of Angmar provided you with the pages eventually. I'm a little surprised I haven't gotten a single page yet. As they dropped pretty quick when I got to Angmar. You know, it slowed down, obviously. Ah, the good old days. There's a page. And it would just be like this. Killing mobs not as quickly as I'm killing them here for hours and hours. Well, a few hours. Probably would take 3 hours maybe of grinding to get all the dudes you were looking for, all the pages. And that, I believe, is actually the entry to Heligrod. Even animals drop it. Holy crap. Yep, that is the entry to Heligrod, the first raid, or at least as I remember it being the first raid. Later on, we got the Rift of Nurz-Gashu, which sounds like a sneeze. Is Wildwood one of the newer areas? Because for anyone who's played the game in the past, but not recently, they have actually added areas to the game in lower level zones. For instance, if you remember journeying out of the Shire, Needle Hole in the far northwest corner, basically there was a teleportal. You'd step through and all of a sudden you'd be in Arid Luin. They added a zone in there. That's Yondershire. Right, so it is one of the newer zones. Okay. Yeah, I was really pleased to see them adding, you know, content back to old places, and I'm sure the team loved getting back and doing like hobbity quests in Yondershire, being able to do some of those goofy, weird ass quests that you get in a place like the Shire. So doing the Yondershire quests had to be kind of a gas, especially for the old hands, to get back to doing goofy hobbity stuff. I mean, there have been a couple of minor sort of hobbity areas in, what was it, an Edwife? 65 to 70 zone, I think? Something like that. I tried it a little bit, and I was a little under-leveled on this guy, and there were some unclear things about it, and I managed to get my ass handed to me. And it kind of intimidated me, so I moved on and doing regular troll shock quests. And then as I've gotten closer now to, I'm pushing to 45, I want to get my greedy little paws on my legendary. So I did it a little bit, but not a bunch. Yeah, it's called the angle of the Mythithial. Which sounds like I suddenly developed a lisp. But no, it's the Mythithial. I didn't realize they'd added so many. both of them are at the other place? Crap, okay, well, I'll just ride that. Yeah, I knew that they'd come out with Yondershire. I didn't know that they had actually added bits and pieces around to other places. I'm not sure how much of that. I mean, I know they added what I think is level scaling content with War of the Three Peaks. Yeah, adding low-level stuff is pretty much unheard of in any MMO that I'm aware of. In that they're always pushing out the new content so you can sell it, which sometimes we find it tedious or even, unpleasant, but they got to make their money. So to kind of go back and drop stuff like that in, I think, is impressive. All right, I need to ride to the other place.
What do you want?
Hi, Crag, and I need to AFK a sec. Again, old man. Old body problem. I'll repeat it again. Stay young. Yes. And I'm back again. Yes, to have more options is always really, really good. It's one of the things I liked about leveling up in WoW. If you got tired on one continent, you got a whole nother continent waiting for you.
What do you need? Will you help me?
Deed completed. Peril of the Mountains. Outside the entrance to Gabalazan. Nickel. Oh, 10 points. Oh my god, I'm rich. Yeah, this was a character I created as soon as we could spend turbine points. Sorry. Whoops. LotRO points for Brawler and Gundabad. I spent them to get this, and this is the first character. They hit 22 or 23, and I sent them through and did the Yondershire stuff, which was fun. It's nice having, new, lowish level content that's Hobbity stuff. It's just kind of fun.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings.
Will you stay a moment?
I guess I will. Where are we off to now? Okay, well, if memory serves, I have to ride around. I think I do. I don't think there's a way through here, a shortcut. Could be wrong. But that is a signposting. That's at Gabalazan. That's the wrong one. The other, is, okay, where I thought it was. It's Goblin Camps, and I need to get the gold ingots out of Goblin Camps. For the record, I think that's a snow bear that could swallow me whole without me touching the sides on the way down. I mean, at the lower levels, this game's always had a fair number of options. I mean, you can kind of bounce between, at the same level as Yondershire, you can kind of bounce between North Downs and Lone Lands to a degree. Yondershire's really fun. At least I found it really fun. Your mileage may vary, of course. We go back and talk to Vig here. Vighar. Vig here, Vig har, you know, potato, potato. Oh. And my... Where is it? Where did I put him? There it is. My XP wore off 36 minutes ago. No wonder it hasn't feel like I've been advancing quite as much. Oh my god, you guys keep interrupting me with chat. Actually, I prefer that. As an enormously successful streamer, that was sarcasm, I know for a fact that my streams are better when I'm chatty, because chat is chatty. Warning,
Well met.
evil dwarves. That's an excellent name for a quest.
Will you help me?
Will you hit me? That's a fellowship quest. Post his sign in the pass of Rakash Bazaar, which I think is Giant Town.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Fellowship, silver tusk rings. Tusk rings. Right.
Mind my words, traveler.
And Madfor Sukdir. Oh my. And Kulgurs. For the giants, I think? I think those are giants. Yeah. Alright, well, let's take a look and see if we can defeat the giants. These are listed as fellowship. Are they listed as fellowship quests? They are listed as full fellowship quests. That's kind of depressing. How far am I going to have to ride to find out? Not too terribly far. Alright, well, I'll take my chances and we'll see how it feels. I mean, I know that this... I mean, with this character, I have beaten up some things I was pretty sure were going to kill me, so... In the past, I wouldn't even try. But this class seems beefy enough that I'll give it a spin. At least at lowish levels, this thing is an absolute freaking beat stick. And I don't play it very well. Gabble is on. Well, you know, he's a dwarf. He's a bad dwarf. He probably has a page. So, he didn't even have the courtesy to have a page. Son of a bitch. More Gabalazan dwarves. Alright, how big are the mammoths? I can take those. They're just elites. I can take those. Oh yeah, well the punt was always the fun part for sure. See? I told you I could take these things. This is listed as a fellowship quest. You'll note I'm kicking its ass. So far. Granted, stunned. Now that I said I'm kicking its ass, watch this one just launch me into frickin' orbit. Well, that's two down. I love that attack. I've never been good at remembering attack names in this game, but Pummel, that's my new favorite. Well, that was terribly difficult for me to defeat those three things. I may never recover my health from my losses. Oh, they're dead? That was fast. What's down there? That's the warning evil giant sign. We're going to go for it. We will plant the sign and run away. Lots of Gabalazan orcs. Dwarves. They are dour hands. There are bad dwarves in this game. It's not clear, actually, if the dour hands are bad or if because they idolize their king, Skorgrim, that they're following his horrifying spirit-inhabited corpse. You know, which is kind of a strike against them. Ooh, ancient silver. And we're now in giant country. Find the giant's table. Ooh, that's deep in the giant country. These guys are a little tougher than the other fellows were. Do I have quests? Other than the fact that they drop pages, something else dropped the second page somewhere along the line, too. As I now have 2 pages in the art of the perfect punch out of this map. Oh, he's got a big aggro radius. I'm not happy with that, pretty much at all. Yeah, right, fine. If you let me back into fighting here, that would be great. I'm a giant slayer. And at least he didn't punt me. He's got a Matham. What he's doing with a Matham, I have no idea. We got a couple more quests to turn in. Where are the towering... Oh, the towering champions have got to be giants. Ooh. Well, I'm close enough. I have to see, you know, I have to see how big are the towering giants. The big ones. The biggins. That was basically to the southwest. That's an Olag thrower. That's a troll. I was concerned for a moment. I thought he had decided that I was not his friend. Despite my distance from him, and that would have found that disheartening. Frost giant rock hurler. Yes, I am riding around in giant Sylvania. Should be over there somewhere. There should be a named giant around here somewhere, just asking for me to kill him right in the face. Oh yeah, well, I have a I hesitate to call him my main. He was at one time. Who was a scholar. And yeah, it was always so hard to find scholarly crafting materials outside of a few locations. I'm in about the right place. Who am I looking for? That's a Cur Olag. I'm looking for Madfur, Suckdeer, and Kulgurs. No. No. Frost Mammoth, so that's a no. That's a troll. Frost Giant. Big Bear. He doesn't appear to want to be around here. I can't imagine anyone else has just, like, recently been through here and happened to kill him. It's conceivable, but unlikely. I haven't seen anybody else in the Misties, I don't think. That's a bit troubling. Well, we'll head deeper. I'm not afraid. Frost Giant, Frost Gigante. Blustering Horn. This is amongst the most unwise decisions I have made with this character, but that's fine. The giant table was a place... Ooh, he's angry. That unless you had a specific reason you were coming down in this direction... Whoops, there's another one. Somehow I managed to not see the giant... What the fuck? Oh, he's got 1.4 million hit points. His name is Grothors, and he's bad. Where the hell did he go? There he is. He is a rare arch nemesis. Yeah, a roving threat. Yes. Ergo, you know, because I'm feeling very charitable this evening, I'm going to let him go. You know? I'm just a sweetheart like that. Nothing to do with the fact that he's got chunks of guys tougher than me in his stool. Well, it would give me a new record for fastest trip back to the res circle. I can't find any of the named giants I'm supposed to be looking for. There are an awful lot of them. Seriously, why are there none of the named ones around that I'm supposed to be looking for? That's the giant's needle. Cool. I have gone through this area on a much higher level character. I did at some point, probably not like terribly high, like something in the 60s maybe. They're everywhere. You know, it's not everywhere. The guys I'm supposed to be killing. Okay, well, I'm gonna let him go because I'm just feeling charitable. And I can't find him. This is not giving me speedy progress towards my legendary weapon, I will note. I think I can safely remove that quest for now, or a couple of those quests for now. At least from being immediately tracked. The giant table, remove. Kill named dudes, removed. This is reminiscent of my first time poking around in here, and any other time I poked around in here on sort of my normal level character, like this one, 44. Whoops, I got a friend who's probably not actually friendly. Another one. Let's start a parade. Oh, he's a rock thrower. That's a problem. He peeled off half the health of my horse. Kind of a dick move, but, you know, it's fine. Yeah, it's just an area I haven't been in so long I had to poke around a little. It is not speeding up my approach towards 45 in my legendary, but I just had to. Sometimes you gotta do something dumb. This calls for a really stupid, pointless gesture on somebody's part. We're just the guys to do it. Movie reference. Technically, it's probably an old guy movie reference. I'm not sure anymore. Yeah, I came up here to speed up my leveling. But instead I've been doing a lot of riding around going, ooh, I remember this. I haven't done this in forever. But hey, I got a couple more quests to turn in. How much time? 44 minutes on that. All right, here we go.
Greetings.
Greetings. Heavy armor, less armor, might, and agility. I tell you, the itemization in the game, in vanilla, was nuts. It was bugfuck crazy. Heavy armor, let's give him agility. Thank you. Golador. I'm waiting. It's lagging. As I said, the lagging is intermittent and usually localized.
Megavanen.
Golhadors. That's not a bad look on me. Might, less. Agility, slightly more. Vit, slightly more. I think I prefer the other one. I'm going to take that waistcoat and maybe wear that as a cosmetic, because that's actually pretty good looking. Yeah. Well, I mean, Fate's not bad. Collect silver touchscreens. 3 more? Is this a repeatable suddenly? Can I do this endlessly? Because I can pretty much kill them endlessly. Oh. Oh, that was the cash-in. Never mind. Look at that. We're just like 22% away. Reduced awareness. Thank you for telling me about the lag. You know what really let me know about the lag? That would be the lag. Yeah, the will's not doing anything for me, but the fate's not useless, at least. Alright, we're heading to goblin camps. We're going to kill some goblins. We're going to get some dwarf gold, maybe some pages. Pages would be nice. Wow, there are other players in the map. Holy crap, this has got to be a guild. It's not a guild. What the bleep? It's a bunch of players. Just standing here. Most of them wearing the role-playing tag. So I'm going to assume it's an RP group. Cool. My compliments to them. I hope they have fun with it. Defeat wargs. And goblins. Hit him with a big-ass mug in the head. There's a gold ingot. Hey, wargs. I have to kill them too. I love throwing a mug at them and taking off half of their health in a single shot. Glorious. 1 second, you get the spiel. I have to beat the crap out of a couple of goblins first. Won't be long. That was a follow by Chuckle Smithy. I think I got that right. Here's the spiel. Let me shake it out. All right. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete, total, utter unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow. Thank you. I'm going to not attack the great big aurochs. Ahoy indeed. Rick Platinum. I'm going to peg him in the head. Boom. I'm pretty good. I have to say, with a thrown mug. Oh, no shortage of it around here. I found another missing page. Got another warg. We're getting close, guys. Getting close to being able to go off. That was almost finished on a single shot by hitting him in the head with a mug. That would be really embarrassing for a warg. Oh, I kind of threw it at an ambient mob. Oops. Did 1,700 to a fox, which probably had like 4 life. Yeah, it really does a surprising amount of damage. I mean, the number of times it crits and it peels off just like half of their health. Look, dude, I'm trying to kill the other guy, and you're just getting in my way, so... That was a devastate for 2,800 points damage. Kind of like that. I need more wargs. Lens needs wargs. And gobbies. I mean, sure. Gobbies too. Hey, look. A whole bunch of wargs. Apparently wargs travel in bunches, I would have thought. But you'll note how this class could just freaking unleash. Go mob to mob to mob and just wail on crap. I have no idea if it's any good at the end game. But man, it's really, really strong low level. I need one more warg. I need one more gobby, I think. That's all the wargs we need. Nice. I like that as a believer in drinking vessels. The one true plastic cup in my case. That doesn't quite have the ring though, does it? Sorry. I meant an audible ring. It doesn't have like a nifty sound. It doesn't sound cool. As opposed to, you know, a ring. Yeah, I'm just making things more complicated. All right. More free money. Why a couple of quests to turn in back at the camp? Probably not quite enough to send me off to Eregion. But close. Getting real close. How long did I for? Only 6 seconds. Very nice. I assume those are RPers. All but one of them have the RP flag set, which changes the color of the name of the character's head for other players. So I'm going to leave them be. Theoretically, this is the role-playing server, and we chose it deliberately because it was the unofficial role-playing server. In my experience, and those of my guildmates, my kinnies, generally speaking, the player base is more mature, emotionally, if not chronologically, on role-playing servers. I'm being followed by hawks. You're going to keep coming? I've got a mug for you. I didn't want to do that to them. They made me.
What do you want?
And the back is Fate and Morale. You know, Might and Vit and exactly the same armor. better for me, I think. So. And every last ingot.
Well met, friend.
That's a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I can't use it because I'm a brawler.
Greetings, traveler.
Collect the second
Will
strong
you
box.
Stay a moment.
We're very, very close, guys. Very, very close. The second strong box. Doesn't look so terribly far away. It looks to be deceiving. Currently saved to Rivendell. That would be convenient. From there we go to Eregion. And thence to Holland, the Holland Gate. And then the level 45 quest. The earliest possible you can get it is level 45. I think it's actually a level 50 quest. But this character should not have any problem at level 45. I've done it on 45 characters who had far less business taking on level 50 mobs. Well, I'm going to have to fight my way in. At least a little bit. And if these guys are dwarves, I'm sure it's not going to be the first time they've had a mug in the head. Most of them are probably quite used to getting pelted with a mug right in the forehead. I love the pommel attack. It's just so sonically satisfying. Thump, 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 thump. Halmor Stoneshaper.
Greetings.
Who dares enter the tomb of Halmar Stoneshaper, son of Vithur of old? Not even a dourhand is foolish enough to enter here. They know the tale of the Stoneshapers and quake in fear. You are different. You're here for the strongbox, aren't you, thieving hobbit? You've only moments to tell me your tale before I have cleave you in twain. Mark Twain?
Will you help me?
Level 45. Dun, 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 dun. Collect the stolen dwarf ingot. Okay, well, I'll take that quest. I have a new skirmish available. Don't assume there's actually anything I can do in here. Oh, that's the dead guy. But we're level 45. Two things. First, obviously, we have a trait point. Like I'm putting him in here. Latent light. And I'm going to return to Rivendell. And I'm going to take a really brief break to refill and empty something else. And be right back. And we're off to get our legendary. Well, to do some quests. Get our legendary. got new mail? He's got a new quest at level 45. The trainer's got a new quest for me. Trader's Wharf. Trader's Wharf? In the Wildwood. Well, that's a level 50 quest. That's not the legendary quest, is it? Traveling through Breland, headed north. I think I've got to check and see if that's the actual legendary quest for brawlers. The deadliest punch is the first. Pardon me for a second. Rewards. Just silver, it looks like. Alright, then we are off to Eregion, where we get the quest for our legendary. It just threw me, not that there was another class quest, but that it came on as a level 50 quest, which is the same level, I believe, as. But a quick check. I'm going to double check. Those quests give teal quality items, it looks like. So those are definitely worth doing, but they're giving like armor items and stuff. So we're off to Eregion. Echad Dunan, I think, is the place that I'm willing to spend a mithril coin if I can get there. Echad Dunan, I believe, is the one I want. I will travel there for 1 mithril coin. You see, I'm willing to spend my hard-earned mithril coins. You. They buying it? No? Right. I'll shovel faster. And indeed, it was Echad Dunan. And the quest giver should be right about there. Rathwald, I believe.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
Strangers in Holland, talk to Tulk. Tulk is right back here. I'm pretty sure that's the quest. I'll probably get a half hour, knowing me, I'll get a half an hour into this and discover that I've screwed it up again. Let's make sure we do get the stable point. Like that. Stowed, ruins of Eregion. It's so hard not to say a region, you know, because we're used to the word region. I could have sworn he was here. Where's Tolk? Is Tolk inside? Near the walls of Moria. All right, inside we go. Tulk. Hi, Tulk.
Khazad-dûm has long been lost to us.
But we will reclaim it!
But we will reclaim it!
The spies of our enemies are everywhere.
Crabine and Jagged Talons. They're right down here in this little valley along the Sarann. You'll note they are red difficulty. They're 5 levels higher. And yet I do not fear them. Because they too will fall to the mug of doom. He deflected my punch. Well, you know, crows are very, very smart birds. And when you're fighting things 5 levels higher than you, you're going to miss a lot. Got everything? That's all of them. I'll go ahead and remove this from my tracker, because otherwise it'll confuse my tiny little, slightly inebriated brain. Thank you. It's pretty common for me to forget to remove it, whether I'm drinking or not. More likely when I'm drinking. By the way, again, to all Americans out there, happy Independence Day. To non-Americans, happy 4th of July. See, I got you all covered.
Thank you for this, my friend.
You're welcome, my friend.
The dwarves will prevail.
The dwarves will prevail. You keep telling yourself that, Tulk. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that. That is one that I frequently do, is I forget. I come back, I sit down, and I forget to push the button. I will skip a number of the questions. The questions? Yes, I'll skip a number of the questions in here, and possibly also some of the quests. Because I just want my damn legendary.
Thank you for this report, and welcome to Holin.
Thank you so
The
much.
Holin Gate is blocked with rubble, and my dwarves work to clear it.
What foul and nameless
I'm not.
things
See,
we
this is one
face
of the
in
ones that
Moria,
has sort of
I
a
know
side
not.
quest. And I'm not interested in the side quests, so. Deliver prepared lunches to the dwarf workers. Didn't have to pick up the lunches, did I? No. Yes, I'm a hero. Looking for a legendary weapon, and how am I doing it? I'm delivering lunches. Who had the BLT? The Reuben? Broger has quests. There's a cave up here. One of them's these quests.
4 of my
somewhere.
best dwarves have gone missing.
Yeah, they entered the Brackwater. That would be one of the other side quests.
The shadow of Mordor will
I
not
used to be able to
long
get
fill
through
the
that one
halls of
really
Khazad-dûm.
fast because I'd done it so many times.
The time has come
But
to
I
drive
don't
forth the
remember
orcs from
exactly
our
the
kingdom.
route. This is the kept quest, the cave with the quest. This guy's got
If
more
we are
quests
to
in there, I
find
think. Yep.
Mithril in Khazad-dûm, we will
So I'm
first
skipping that
have
as
to
well.
deal with the orcs.
I want my legendary. Give me my legendary, you dwarf bastards.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Good call. The time has come for us to drive the orcs from our kingdom. It's like the dwarves who say they don't think you're fit or ready for Moria. Go in there
Dwarves
level
must fight for
140
dwarves.
and there'll be dwarves saying, yeah, I don't think you're ready for Moria was a great expansion, though, when it came out. Amazing. Because it was the first expansion, they really went whole hog.
The
And-
time
and
has
it being
come
Moria
to drive
as
forth
well.
the orcs from our kingdom.
Well, anyone who's read the books, Moria is going to have a whole lot of pull, especially for anyone who ever played D&D. Holy crap. What a combo platter. Read Lord of the Rings, play D&D. How do you want to go to... Would you like to go to Moria?
These halls will be great once more. The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dûm.
We are running low on pickaxes. They break
I
too
will
easy.
bring the broken axes. Bring broken axes. I think I pick up broken axes along the way. Or do I'm already carrying them? That's always one of those confusing things. Do I have the bits I need? I'm not sure. Looks like I do. of those dwarves is throwing rocks into the into the water. That never goes wrong for anyone who's read the books. It's perfectly fine. It's safe. Totally, nothing wrong ever goes wrong with that water. You know, assuming you like squid, octopus, Cthulhu, something, whatever it is. So I won't be able to make it into Moria this evening, as you have to be level 50 for that. But I should be able to get my legendary weapon. I will now chair dance. Please don't say anything to that to anyone else. It would be deeply embarrassing. By the way, I will remind anyone who is a LotRO player that there's a sale going on, and parts of the sale include the Brawler, who you've been seeing me kick utter ass with this evening, 50% off. It's 500 LotRO points as opposed to 1,000. So if you don't have it,
gone through so many pickaxes
allow
already.
me to recommend it. Help
We will
Bosi
need
with the
both branches and
help
stones
Bori
to
with the
repair
task
these
Bosi gave him.
pickaxes.
Collect thick branches. Where is he? Is he up there? Thick branches. Thick branches. I think I need to talk to him first. It's a fairly simple, straightforward class. Works off sort of a combo system, but boy, it just absolutely kicks the living crap out of stuff.
Imagine the adventure that awaits us
Suitably
within
sharp
Khazad-dûm.
rocks. Yes, I'm picking up sharp rocks. Remember, I'm the hero. More stones, more rocks, more rocks, more stones. He deflected my attack. Little snot. He's deflecting a lot of my attacks, so that's gonna happen. He is 5 levels higher than me. I missed it. He's deflecting all of my attacks. Almost all of my attacks. I have enough of the sharpened Eregian stones to return. And that's the quest I think I'm skipping. Help Bori with the tasks. Yeah, that's Sandar. Back up here, I think. Quest flow here was always a little back and forth. That's true, there is a very nice account-wide amount for 600 plus LotRO points.
These stones are just what I need, and I thank you for them.
You're welcome! Collect thick branches. Oh, that's right there. Along here. I've aided Bori with his tasks. And there's a shitload of cloaks available. Cloaks and backpacks. If you're interested in those, lots of those available. Only reason I'm aware of this is because I was browsing on my free-to-play account character to see what I might pick up next, having gotten flying, which is basically, everyone knows that's the first thing you get as a free-to-play player. You hit 95 LotRO points and you buy riding, which I did. Quality of life difference is stupendous. But the only real pain point I've had in the game is the amount of bag space. And that's expensive as hell. It's 395 LotRO points for 5 inventory spots. I mean, generally, they've done a really good job on fixing up a lot of the monetization problems they had. That's still pretty ruinous. And the fact you only have 45. I mean, I'm running out constantly here. And I've got 95. But, you know, 395, that's $4 basically for 5 spots in the inventory. That price is just appalling.
As always, you have been a great help to the dwarves.
It's what I do, man. I'm a great help to the dwarves.
Very good. We will start repairing the pickaxe
That
right
is
away.
really a lot of might, a lot of vit, a lot of agility, which I don't need, ridiculous physical mastery and resistance. Gee, let me think. Okay, yes.
Bordy is a good boy and will grow into a fine dwarf.
What an enormous advantage. That's a huge up, as we call it. I mean, this is 95. And I have, I think, 4 more I can buy. 4 more iterations of 5 additional spots. And I should do it, I just haven't got around to it. But as a free-to-play player, to max out your inventory, your bag inventory for your characters is, I think, about more than $30. That's a lot. That's a big freaking ask.
What do you want? I'm very busy with my work.
Find the cause of the wolves'
Madness has
madness.
taken the worst of this place.
Help Braun with the task Roger gave him. Alright. And that is... Right. The expedition. The only other noteworthy pain point I found while playing my free-to-play through... Isn't that a clever title? I'm so proud of it. Was quest based. There's a quest you get There's a quest you get at about level 20. Have a blast. Shooting splody things is a superb way to have some fun. There's a quest you get about level 20, if memory serves, where basically it teleports you to Rivendell to talk to some people. On a free-to-play account, you've got no way to get back. You go to the stable point, and the stable point offers you nothing. There is no path you can take. There's no horse you can take. You have to wait for the cooldown on your milestone. It's just awful design. That's the only other significant real pain point I found in my free-to-play. Was that. And in my case, what I did was... I did a skirmish for long enough, and to get me a deed achieved that got me my first hunter transport 2 skill, and that's how I got out of it. That's not an acceptable answer, because everyone else is going to have to wait for however long, as long as an hour, to get access to their transit skill. That was not acceptable to me. Not that it mattered. All right, that's a big warg. I'm going to hit it with a mug. It deflected the mug. That's probably not great for me. It's not taking a lot of damage from lag. Lag. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Lag. Oh, boy. That's not a great time for lag in the middle of fighting a crazed shadow warg. Boy, that's some significant lag. You guys, that's a little bit of lag. It's some lag. Okay, normally if it's this long a lag, I may have DC'd. In which case, I may return dead. Oh, we're back. Maybe. Maybe not. Wow. If anyone's ever played EVE Online, they have a system called time dilation or tie-dye. That was so long he reset. I've tried to throw a mug at him. He deflected. Wow. So we have super slow-mo for our combo coverage this evening. Wow. Okay, you know, I mean, sure, we get lag, but we seldom. Okay, I hit him sometimes. There we go, and down. I had it the whole way. He never had a chance against me, really. Reduced awareness. Hey, there's lag, guys. I just want you to know that there's lag because you might not be aware of the fact that there's lag. All right, Mug in the Melon. He deflected it too. Evidently, they have mug deflection systems built in. The dwarves would like to speak to you about your tech for mug deflection. Find the cause of the wolves' madness. That's to the west, if memory serves. Deflected again. There we go. That'll put a beating on him. Alright, that is all the wargs we needed. Find the cause of the wolves' madness or wargs' madness? No, wolves' madness. It's down here. I've done this before. If you're a Lord of the Rings fan, either the movies or especially the books, then I unreservedly recommend trying it. The free-to-play has been vastly improved. A few months back, you can now level all the way up to level 95 out of 140. Yeah, 140. All the way to Helm's Deep as a free-to-play player. That means it costs you nothing to find out if you like it. The only real bad thing I found, because I'm doing a free-to-play playthrough on an alt account, is your storage. You start out with only 3 bags as opposed to 6. And that is a pain in the butt. But other than that, that's the only real pain point I have seen. So, especially if you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, I strongly recommend trying it. If you want to play an older school game, then yes, absolutely. It's a really good old school type game. It plays at a more deliberate pace than most of the more modern MMOs. So that may not be to everyone's taste. But they did fixed a lot of the things that were wrong with the free-to-play implementation. Yeah, actually there was a thread maybe a week and a half ago on the subreddit for MMOs where someone said, you know, they weren't that happy with classic WoW and they wanted more of a vanilla kind of experience, vanilla WoW experience, since they didn't really think that it was a great version of that in WoW, and most of the recommendations were for launch. So yeah, if you're an old school vanilla type WoW player, yes, that's also a very good fit. But the single best fit is if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, for sure. They treat the IP with a great deal of care, and I don't want to say reverence. Reverence would be too much. But it's respectful, always, of the IP they're working with. I actually said it earlier this evening, and I'll repeat it. because I've been drinking and repeating is easier than thinking of new things to say. If you're a fan of the Lord of the Rings, I recommend playing Lord of the Rings Online. If you're a fan of Star Trek, I recommend playing Star Trek Online. If you are a fan of Star Wars, I recommend playing Star Trek The Old Republic. In every case, despite the fact that the games are old and I have some issues with all of them, I recommend, if you're a fan of those IPs, that yeah, you try them. All of them. Any or all of them. There he is. There's Bruin. Bruin?
Is
a little
it
bit of
in
lag.
me to do great deeds, as you do?
And back to Bosie. Generally speaking, you'll also find the player base for Lord of the Rings Online to be a little bit more mature. That's both chronologically and emotionally. If they love the books and movies, and they have any interest in playing an MMO at all, definitely. I am
Someone or
normally
something
I will
has
couch
put
my
the fear of
recommendations
fire in these
for
wolves.
good games in a lot of, ifs, maybes. If you like this, maybe go with this. For those three, if you love Star Wars, I think you'd like Star Wars The Old Republic. If you love Star Trek, I think you'll love Star Trek Online. If you love Lord of the Rings, you'll love Lord of the Rings Online. They all have problems. None of those games is perfect. I could go on for hours about the problems in all of them. But the fact of the matter is they work really well if you're already a fan. They may work even if you're not a fan, but they work really well if you are. That cloak is way better than my current cloak. By a lot. By an almost stupid amount. Oh, that's right. This is the expansion. This is when they started getting the itemization right.
It is time, friend. Khazad-dûm awaits.
Khazad-dûm awaits.
It is time, friend. Khazad-dûm awaits.
What will I be able to use? Let's see. It's got a lot of VIT. It's nice looking. Survivor's waistcoat. How about the Survivor's armor? Holy crap, that's really, really good. That may be good enough to break up the theme set. But maybe take that instead and keep the theme set working for a while longer? We'll see. Let's travel.
I have need of your great skill.
Poof. He has need of my great skill.
Long
Well,
have Durin's folk desired to look upon the halls
What
of
can I
Mordor
say?
once again, to
Hi,
reclaim
Bosie.
their birthright from the goblins and orcs who now dwell there. Has that time now come?
I'm
Not
following
even I
Bosie
can
on my
foresee
horse.
their fate.
We're about to be attacked, I think, by waves of wargs. So I'll unmount. Memory serves, we get attacked by waves of wargs here. Greetings, Lord Bosie. We have been doing our best to support the effort, but... ... 'Tis the wolves. We've heard them howling for the past few days, and it's unnerving. Dwarves afraid of wolves? That seems unlikely. It will take more than wolves to keep us from Khazad-dûm. You tell him, Bosie. You're right, my lord. I do not hear them now. Perhaps they'll leave us in peace. Or perhaps this is an instanced space where we're going to be attacked by a bunch of them. It is quiet, isn't it, Briquette? What do you think? I think they're about to attack. Shadow Wolves. Oh, that's 1T Scott. I have to kill the bad things. But then I have a spiel for you to share. These rude wolves. We're talking here. Mind you, these are 5 levels over me, so my attacks may not all whack. Although that, all of those did hit. That was very, very validating. This must be the leader. It's Zuzar. He's big. I'm sure he's friendly. This is going to be awesome. Okay. 1T Scott. Thank you very much. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and sometimes complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome, indeed. There's that misfunction I just said. And thank you very, very much for the follow. I need to bring repaired axes to War. War? War is he? I'm sorry. I am enjoying some Independence Day celebration. Please bear with me. Load up the wagons. Bringing repaired pickaxes to where? Who I believe is at. The doorway. They've cleared it out after the Watcher in the Waters piled up all the rocks and trees and stuff up against it after the Fellowship went in. To Khazad-dûm, where, Gandalf had some issues. Very good. These pickaxes look to be in good shape and will be a great asset as we finish unearthing the last of this rubble. You can leave them in that crate next to the youth right there, right next to Lord Broker. There's the door. If you've seen the movies, you should recognize it, as it's basically taken straight out of the books. Those pickaxes will be a great help, even if you took your time bringing them here. Oh, even if I took my time. Our workers are almost through the rubble already. Don't worry about that. What's done is done. I'm more concerned with the pool. There's something about it I don't like. It makes me uneasy. Some of my dwarves have been casting stones into the water, and I'd appreciate it if you tell them to stop. Yeah, it's not. Let sleeping dogs lie, and also let sleeping tentacled monsters lie. Just some advice. Friendly advice, dude. Stop with the rocks. Stop with the rocks. Yeah, if the pool makes you nervous, you're going to disturb it more and more. That's not the smartest call I've ever seen. Talk to Brogur. I think Brogur's back at the door now. I think he's moved. I am correct. I remember correctly. I had a character who was like level 26 or so. And part of the anniversary for us old-timers is they gave us a bunch of stuff. It included Gifts of the Valar, basically level up items for level 50, 105, and 120. And I used the 50 on like a level 26-ish character. So I have been through this not too terribly. Wait for Bosi to arrive. There you are, Cousin Bosi. How goes the work, friends? Remove rubble from the Holland Gate. That's right, they're putting the Hobbit to work, moving the last of the rubble. Lazy damn dwarves. There it is. Melon. Come on. Melon. Nothing? Seriously? We have dreamed of the great halls of Khazad-dûm for many long years. Tonight they will be ours. Or possibly not. Briquette, what is it? Is something wrong? Oh, I think we get a point of view cinematic from the point of view of the Watcher in the Waters. I will remain on guard. Stay on your guard, my good dwarves. Oh, Blood moon. That's a little dangerous. A little intimidating. Do I see anything? No, I don't even have control of my camera right now, Lucy. I see nothing, Lord Bosi. The water looks so still. Whose point of view is this? I wonder. I guess it was nothing. Let us enter the mines. Ha ha! Rejoice, dwarves of my company. Khazad-dûm awaits. Or possibly tentacles. Rowan, my son! More tentacles! What the hell's in tentacles? Where did the tentacles come from? I didn't order tentacles. Go back to the outpost and get help. Okay, I will as soon as I can move. As soon as I can move. There we go. Okay. I'm moving. I shall return to the small outpost and get help. A little bit of spikes of lag here and there. And to you. As I've said previously this evening, happy Independence Day to us Americans and happy 4th of July to everyone else. I'm hurrying to the outpost. Stop nagging. You won't let me mount up. Don't nag me about running. I'm a hobbit. I have short little legs. Help, guys, help. A little help. Bros. I'm at the small... I'm at the... Guys, hello, guys. Briquette, what's happening? My character is Briquette Butterbumpers, the buoyant. Reduced awareness, thanks. Yeah, I'm aware. I always have a really good clue that the fact that we're lagging, it's because we're lagging. Lag is intermittent. It tends to be localized. The servers are pretty busy since the anniversary. A lot of people started playing or came back. Just be aware of that. You might see it. You might not. We travel now. Back to Rathwald.
How can we hope to stand against that monster?
Indeed. How can we hope to stand against that monster? That's a lot of might vit. That's also really good. Might vit. Actually, I think I'm going to take that.
We will reclaim the lost halls of Khazad-dûm.
We're getting so close. How close are we? That's the bracelet. Is that the one I want to lose? No. Yes, that's the one I want to lose. Gain that. That's not as good. That's not as good.
Perhaps there is
Talk to
still hope.
Hundi. Note, brawlers battle gauntlets of legend and hurl object cooldown and damage. I love calamari. Fresh calamari, cooked right on the spot, really delicious. However, if you're talking about the live active multi-ton calamari that likes to drag people into the water, pass. Where's Hundi? Is Hundi over here? Am I about to get it? I'm about to get... I will run. I will not mount up. I will simply run over to Hundi. And Hundi is going to give me my legendary. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. He's going to make me wait because of lag, because I clicked on it. There we are. Okay. Brawlers Battle Gauntlets of Legends. You'll note the base DPS with absolutely nothing else in it is 2.5 times what I currently have. And I'll get hurl object cooldown. You've already seen that I hurl the object. It's going to do 50% more damage. It already almost one-shots stuff.
Will you help me?
Essences and traceries. Talk to Dethalion. Oh, glorious. I have my first legendary weapon, and there it is. It's a Brawler's Battle Gauntlets of Legends. I'm legendary, okay? Yeah, legendary. I'm pretty cool like that. You know, I don't like to boast. But I will. Also need to, like, sell a whole bunch of crap because my inventory is almost full.
Seek me?
Those can sell. I also have a couple of Mathams in here somewhere. I'll consume those. They taste like 30 points of rep each. Hold on to that. So I'm holding on to that to see how it looked. It's not that good looking that I really need to keep on to it. Sell, 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 sell. Hold on to that. Sell, 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 sell. Now you can see why, if you are a free-to-play player, having half as many inventory slots could be excruciating. It's because it's excruciating. It's excruciating if you're someone like me who is an inveterate hoarder. And that I am. Talk to Dethalion in Rivendell.
Sweet-eyed melon.
Sweet-ass melon. For sure. We're off to Rivendell. And while we ride, I need to refill my cup. I'll be right back. Just that quick, I'm back, and this time I actually remembered to remove the AFK message. I'm smarter than I look. Not that that's much of a bar. So that's about half a level without doing any of the side quests. To get the half a level of XP to get the legendary. Hi there.
My heart cannot sing today.
His heart cannot sing today. Oh,
My heart cannot sing
seems
today.
so sad. I'm trying to talk to him. Nothing's happening. Do I have to be unmounted?
A shadow was on my
I have to be on. That's really weird. Okay. I'm going to get some enhancement runes, and I get a heraldry for the heraldry slot. Probably want the lion, might, vit, and physical mastery, but we'll check. Advit, will vit. Might and vit. This is more vit than might, I think. So this is more. This one's less tanky. I'm not doing a tanky build, so that's fine. 53, 63. Is that outgoing healing? Outgoing healing? That's got to be for Bjorning. To have outgoing healing on it. So, lion, I think.
Might you spare a moment?
Bring the
of your
weapon to
time?
Snar the Forge Master to be reforged. Hi, Snar.
Greetings, traveler.
I get to rename it. Oh. I'm going to take an AFK to empty something out and come out with a title for my Brawler's Battle Gauntlets. That's a toughie. I like to come up with something goofy for these. So, give me a sec. I'll be right back. Brawler's Battle. Gotta be careful with fisting jokes, I assume, as a brawler. Okay, anime, just that quick. All right. Furious Fatal Fistings. Now is where we find out whether or not they have put fisting on their forbidden list. I'll note I couldn't name a character who I was going to dress all in purple. I couldn't name him Grape Flavor because the word rape was in grape flavor, and that's forbidden. It would not be appropriate to Middle Earth. I am not surprised. There will be no fisting jokes, evidently, this evening.
I am at your service.
All right, how about Butter Bumpers as Bashers? Yes, it bought that. All tracery slots can now be upgraded to level 52. New slots have been upgraded. So fisting is not allowed, officially not allowed in Lord of the Rings Online.
A shadow
I'm not
is on
surprised.
my
I'm not
spirit.
disappointed. Talk to Rathwald. He's back at Echad Dunan. Well, fortunately, I can travel to him really quickly. What is that? Deadliest punches the first. Punches the first. Oh, that's from the trainer. Right, that's from my trainer. Let us move these over to here. I'm not quite gonna sock them away yet because I may have more stuff coming as quest rewards from Rathwald. And then I will head into the last homely house, which is where essentially what amounts to the, as far as I know, the only, let's call it a forge, but that's not accurate. The only place where you can pick up the other bits and pieces that plug into your legendary. The legendary looks like this. You can see it's got 4 empty slots. I have 2 of the 4 items I can slot in there. The rest of them you can buy for a currency that's relatively easy to get. Especially if you're an old timer like me and has got a whole bunch of characters with a whole bunch of old legendary items sitting around. I've got more than I know what to do with. We are back off to Ekadunan. Ekadunan? Hello? Ekadunan. There we are. Right, I believe that was where he was. Double check. Yes. 28 silver, I'm broke. Okay, not really. A couple of days ago, I had 14 gold. I now have 139. That's what happens when you take a character and use their crafting. You turn them into an explorer, and you harvest all the wood and metal and ore you come across, and then you sell it. There is still a market for the low-level crafting.
Perhaps there is still hope. We will reclaim
Talk to
the lost halls
Rathwald
of
and travel to
Khazad-dûm.
face the Watcher. Well, I'll get a new helm out of this. That will be nice. Might vit morale and incoming healing, or might vit morale and incoming healing. Wait, what? Incoming healing. 7655, 7655, 127, 840. They're identical. I don't think those used to be identical. On the other hand, I will be able to choose whichever one I like better. Hey, now, that's not right. Now, here's the picture. I don't know if you can make that out. This one has a couple of little sort of wings on the side. You'll note, no wings on the side. This one does not have wings on the side until you look at it. It has wings on the side. This is deceptive advertising. All right, we're going back in, and this will give us a tracery of level 50. So, again, we will get another tracery out of it. Traceries are what plug into legendaries.
I hope you know what you're doing, friend.
If you're a past player who
Dire
hasn't
is
played
the
since they
creature
changed the
called the
legendary
Watcher in the
system,
water by the
the new
dwarves,
legendary system
an
is
ancient
complicated.
evil called forth by the Dark Lord.
The first time
Perhaps
through,
through the
it's
power of
really
magic,
complicated.
A way can
Once
be
you
seen
see it in
past
action,
the terror.
and I actually had someone tell me the same thing. Once you see it done, you go, oh, I get it. But that first time through, that's not easy. Talk to Bosie's scout. First time is tough. It's hugely different than it used to be, but it's pretty straightforward once you get the hang of it. Actually, very straightforward.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Oh, tentacles. More testicles. I mean, tentacles. Knock me back. You think I'm afraid of you? I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. He says the tide turns in our favor, and instantly it does. I like how sometimes some of the tentacles pick a person up and they smack them against the ground as if to really say, you're pissing me off. Protect Broger from the Watcher in the water. Show yourself, monster! Do you think it's gone? My money's on no. Stop with the knockbacks, you little pukes. The creature withdraws. No, come back. My vengeance is not satisfied. Okay. And okay. Water in the water completed. Watcher in the water completed. Now we travel again. Back to Rathwald.
Perhaps there is still hope.
Those are identical. Do I want the side wings or not? We'll go with the side wings because they look goofier.
We will reclaim the lost halls
Talk
of
to Tulk.
Khazad-dûm.
And we get whatever our bloody second thing is. I have no idea what it is for the class. Brawler's Stein. It's a Stein.
And so it was that the Iron Garrison passed the doors of
found my
Durin
true
and entered
class.
the dark of Moria. But they were not the first to brave the mines, nor will they be the last.
Chamber of Mathra. There is nothing. Yeah, of course, doors. Yes, portal. Something is back there on the other side. It's kind of flame in the shadow. The Black Pool. I need to talk to Tulk. I do not have permission to go in. I don't think I can go in until I'm 50. I think it's going to bounce me back out. Bonk. It let me in. Okay, well, I will grab the waypoint here. This is Moria. This is the entry of Moria if you've never seen it before. The book describes there being 100 steps at the entry, and guess what? They made goddamn sure there's 100 freaking steps. I didn't think I could get in until 50.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
No, my friend, I am found. And here's Tulk.
Khazad-dûm awaits!
Brawler's Stein. Be better. Khazad-dûm at last. I believe I can teleport straight to Rivendell, and I will, because that's where I will put together my legendaries. A new mail. Something else sold. That's good. Another 15 gold, give or take. Is everything sold but one thing? That's ridiculous. I clicked on the return to Rivendell, and it doesn't seem to be one of those. Perhaps from outside. Oh, the cooldown's remaining is 20 seconds. I can wait for that. Hi, guys. I'm Lens. I've been your pilot this evening. That's a big improvement. There we go. We're off to Rivendell. We got both of our legendary items. We're cooking with gas. A weird phrase, but it's one I can't get rid of. Can't get out of my head. As opposed to cooking with, I don't know. Perhaps I'm cooking with propane. Ho ho ho. Indeed. If you're wondering about the exact nature of my firewater, sure. Take, well, in this case it's a cup, but a good-sized glass. Ice, vanilla vodka, splash of cream, root beer. If you enjoy a nice root beer float, the odds are you would enjoy this beverage. If you are not an American and are not familiar with a root beer float, the odds are you would find this, and I'm quoting several of my European friends, root beer is vile. So, it's not necessarily for everyone. Oh, thank you very much, Mafia Hitman. The Mafia Hitman rated with 2. For some reason, I'm not getting notified with sounds when I get a raid. A follow, yes. Evidently, raids don't qualify as important, but they are important to me. Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate that. And I follow. You get the spiel, too. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, frequently complete and total unfunction. Thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to my stream. Yeah, the vanilla vodka. Oh, you can do it without the vanilla vodka. Regular vodka works just fine. But the vanilla vodka really does give it a root beer float kind of taste. Which obviously is way more of an American thing. I have just got my first legendary items on this character. It's time to socket them up. And there we are, socketed up. Right now we've got a heraldry and a hurl objects cooldown and damage. I think I need to level up the Brawler Stein. Oh, I have to come up with a decent name. Butter Bumpers' beer bucket. That'll work. I always like to make sure I'm spelling it correctly, especially when I'm in my cups. Chug-a-lug wouldn't have been bad. I'm a sucker for alliterative names, I have to admit. So I tried Fierce Fatal Fistings, but they wouldn't allow that for the gauntlets. So I went with Butter Bumpers Bashers. And now we have Butter Bumpers Beer Bucket for the mug that I throw at people. So, just so you know, fisting is on the reserved list. You can't use that. I don't consider that a big deal. I consider that to be unsurprising. I do wonder at exactly which point they added that to the list, though, I have to admit. These are a couple more expired items. I sold almost everything I put up. All of my low-level stuff that I put up for sale. Almost all of it sold. The low-level crafting mats I picked up, which is reassuring. It tells me that there are low-level characters who need it, or higher-level characters, more likely, who are twinking alts. Either way. Butter Bumpers Bashers. I have the heraldry and one of the masteries. I have none on my beer bucket. Well, I definitely need the heraldry. So first, if you've never seen this done, I will explain. If you're an old, like I was maybe 3 months ago or 4 months ago, an old-time LotRO player who had not used the new legendary system. The way it works is you can buy a legendary for a currency that's very inexpensive. The currency is ancient script. And all of your old legendaries, you can suck ancient script out of them. It doesn't destroy the legendary or anything. Because you can't level them up. There's no reason not to suck it out other than you have a 10,000 cap. And you can get like 6,000 out of a maxed old weapon. So buying a new item is really inexpensive. 200 it costs, depending on the levels you're looking, or and then you reforge them to level them up to your appropriate level. So 200 out of 6,000. And then you can also use that currency to buy the traceries, and what the traceries are the things that go into the slots. And there's 4 different flavors of them, I think. And so in this case, and the way you can look at them is you drag the item over to this icon, the flame icon here. It's not an intuitive thing. I didn't realize, I couldn't figure it out until someone told me. And that'll open it up here, the display. And you can see we have a heraldic tracery, a craft tracery, and 2 mastery traceries. The heraldic tracery I have one of here in my inventory. It's Might Vit physical mastery, it's stats. The words of mastery are individual buffs to skills that you use the most, and craft I don't recall off the top of my head. And it's the same thing over here. There's a third type of tracery that we don't currently have access to because we're not high enough level yet. Heraldic traceries. We have one of those in each, and here you're going to want to choose the level appropriate ones. 50, 86, 101, 106, 116, 121, 131. It's worth waiting until you hit one of those next levels to improve your traceries. But you can level them up as you go up. So I need a second tracery. Best game. Well, let's see. For the 21st century, if I had to pick one right now, if you're a LotRO fan, then I think that's a completely defensible point of view. If not, as an MMO player, I personally would lean, I think, towards Guild Wars 2. But it's not a runaway, it's close. And as a Lord of the Rings geek, it's really close. I need a second heraldry. I got a heraldry of the lion. This one should be the same. These are, you can have two of the same ones in this particular case. There are some cases where you cannot have multiples of the same. I clicked on the barter button, didn't I? It's hard to know with lag whether I clicked on it or not. Yes, I have two of them. Yay. Okay, first thing. He goes in. Heraldic. I want to equip it. That just added 60 might, 50 vit, and 550 physical mastery. And we do the same thing for the secondary class item. And we get the same values. Words of craft. We want the 50. By default, there are 4 tiers. There's uncommon, rare, incomparable, legendary. You can't get incomparable or legendary unless you have additional items. I would always simply suggest that you buy the rares, at least when you're starting, unless you have the items. And here is an example where you're going to browse through and find the ones you like. For some reason, I see a lot of people recommending Ascendant Lightning all the time. It doesn't make any sense to me. When you compare it with Heroic Precision, for instance, which gives me a critical rating, and when I get a set of 2, I get a plus 3% flat critical chance. And if I get a set of 4, I get an additional critical rating. So I'll get 2 of the Heroic Precisions. 1, 2. I will now equip those into the Word of Craft slots. I don't have access to one of the Word of flavors right now yet. Those only arrive later on. But I will show them to you. That little animation was because I hit the 2-piece bonus here. That gives me a 3% flat critical hit chance. These are the Word of Power traceries, and these are things like area effect damage and criticals, damage over time criticals, and we go to page 2. You can see things like single target attack criticals and single target attack damage. I don't have access to these yet. My weapons can't support these. They don't have the slots for them. But you can see it's a 4% flat crit chance, crit magnitude, and additional critical rating. So these are very strong indeed. I have 2 slots in each of my legendary items. For Words of Mastery, Words of Mastery allow you to buff skills you use a lot, or possibly lose a lot. Brawler traceries. And here's where you really get to choose to emphasize the things you like in your build. If you're building, a tank, there are in every slot there are choices you're going to make. And if you're building DPS or if you're building a healer, your voice choices are going to be vastly different. But here in particular, you get to choose the skills you're using or possibly losing the most. Now I already have a rare hurl objects, and I use that a lot. And this will reduce the cooldown. It'll increase the damage by 50% and increase the crit rating. That's a huge gain, given how often I throw mugs at people. But here are the things, again, we're in the level 50 range. We want to go to rares because they don't cost much more, but they have a chunk better stats. Backhand clout, brawler melee range. I can increase my range by a short distance. It also increases finesse. Fist of the Valar. I don't think I have that yet, so I don't think I'll get that. Get serious. Share skills. I don't know what even those are off the top of my head. Helm Crusher. Hurl object. I already got that one. Latent light proc chance. Well, I have been dropping points into that. I'm going to grab one of those. These you cannot double up on. You can only have one of each of these between both objects. One for all cooldown, quick feint cooldown, innate strength finesse avoidance, innate strength damage and threat, innate strength. Let's go on to the second page. Note there are 2 pages and you'll need to browse them. Fulgurant strike, come at me cooldown, and mayhem bubble. That's this one? That's fulgurant strike. That's slip free. That's come at me. No. I'm confused. Metal shield defense, joy of battle, mighty upheaval. That's this one? Yeah. Okay. So I have 2 more to choose from amongst all of the skills that I have. So backhand clout. This is one of the unfortunate things. Now I have to like browse through these. Which one's backhand clout? Am I ever using it? That's the AE. That is, it increases the number of targets it hits, and it increases the damage by 50%. That's a good one. Brawler melee range and finesse. Fist of the Valar I don't have. Get serious. Do we have a get serious? Gentlemen, ladies, boys and girls, children of all ages, get serious. Get serious is that. That's the damage buff for 6 seconds on 30-second cooldown. Yeah, a little bit longer buff duration. Not that impressive. Share skills. All right, which are the share skills? I don't know. Share skills. I think that's a team buff thing. Helm Crusher. Helm Crusher? Helm Crusher? First strike. Helm Crusher. Helm's Hammer. That's probably a higher tier version of Helm Crusher. Hurl objects already got. Got that one. One for all. For all? You'll have to excuse me. Names and icons in this game have never been as strong. There's Helm Crusher. A lot of Balerion damage. Ooh, and stun. I need to use that more often. Helm Crusher. Cooldown. Minus 5.4. It's currently, what, 30? Pretty good. And physical mastery. Sure, let's go with that. What the hell? So we now have our 4. Doesn't matter where you put them. So, for instance, the first one is... that's the hurl object. Our hurl object currently is doing... If I throw it at somebody, and mind you, I used to just do common damage, which most of the mobs are probably ignoring a third of. So this does 1,848 Balerion at the top end. And if I slot this, it goes from 1848 to 2,680. That's going to mess up a whole bunch of mobs. That's going to make them really unhappy. There we go. And now we've got 2 more over here. And you can end up with a whole lot more. By the time you get to level 140 legendaries, you've got, I think, 8 words of mastery total. I think you still only have 2 heraldries and 2. No, you've got 4 crafts and 8 of these, and you have 5, I think, of the ones that define of the last ones, the power. Yeah, word of power traceries. So I have now completely buffed up my kit. I'm going to do so much more damage than I was doing 45 minutes ago. I just want to go in and punch Elrond, you know? It's not a particularly friendly point of view to take, but he's an elf. And they're so smug. Oh my god, they're smug. Well, this was what I wanted to get done tonight. I wanted to get my legendary. And I've got it. Look at those. Incredible gauntlet fist things of death. Plus, the mugs I throw at people are legendary mugs now. So, I mean, you can't go with that. I forgot to open my tracery. Shit. Not actually a big deal. Deadliest punches first, right? That's the question. These guys are offering more quests, presumably up in Festies now. Forward, hobbits, far afield. Talk to Elrond. Well, I'll take it. And I'll plant my ass next to Elrond, and I'm probably going to call it an evening. So, my expectation is that tomorrow I will not be doing my early session. For those who aren't aware of it, I have been doing what I call a free-to-play through. I created a new account. And I'm trying to experience life as a free-to-play player. For the record, oh my god, 45 bag slots sucks! Other than that, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. And I normally do that in my early session, but because I am enjoying adult leisure beverages, I won't be doing it tomorrow. And I probably will not be doing an evening session tomorrow either. I probably won't be back until
A strange
Tuesday.
fate brings
Help
you
Frodo,
hither.
Pippin, and Sam with their preparations. Okay, so my expectation is that Tuesday will be a non-streaming day for me. And that I will next stream on Wednesday. And I should stream on it for an early session, which usually occurs between 11 a.m. and noon Pacific time. So that's probably early for most of you. You know, work for a living. And then 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for the late session. And I'll probably be back on here experiencing my new legendary ass-kicking Fists of Fury existence. So I should be back on, most likely on Wednesday, possibly tomorrow night, but I really wouldn't count on it. So let's just say Wednesday. Early session, 11 to noon Pacific. Late session, 5 p.m. Pacific. More LotRO probably in both cases. I hope you guys had fun tonight. I definitely did. And I'm going to continue to for the immediate future. Thank you all very much for the follows. Thank you very much for the raid. I really appreciate all of that stuff. I appreciate you guys hanging around or hanging on. Either of those things, it makes the stream much more enjoyable. So thank you guys very much. I hope the rest of your July 4th, Independence Day or not, goes great. And I always like to set a reachable bar. I hope your upcoming week doesn't suck. I'll be back in Wednesday. Have a great night tonight. Take care and ciao for now. Again, thanks guys. Good night.